If a student is reading above a grade 4 level, then listening to the recording of the read and analyzing the read, the teacher will notice that this student has a foundation of literacy skills in place already. So they'll have alphabet knowledge, knowledge of high frequency or sight words, they can decode single syllable words, they generally can decode familiar multisyllabic words, and they may be able to decode some unfamiliar multisyllabic words. We often find that those students who become sort of stalled at a grade 4 or 5 level, generally it's because of a few particular areas that are holding them back, such as fluency, rate of reading, automaticity, and prosody, which often relates to lack of vocabulary knowledge or just a lack of practice or opportunities to read. There are steps that we can take to actually improve that. And we know that if we improve fluency, we can actually improve comprehension.
Money she had ever helped her father rake leaves for extra money, but she still didn't have the money for a new 10-speed bike.
Some of the clear signs that we will notice in a read, in the coding of the read and in listening to the recording of the read, is that the student is reading the passage word by word. So a lot of the effort is going into just identifying the words on the page. There's no punctuation, no pausing, no phrasing. The read may be in a monotone, so no emphasis, no intonation, pausing before unfamiliar words. And also, it's very clear that the student is under a lot of strain. So they're just trying to get through this read. They're not attempting to try to convey any kind of meaning or understanding of the passage that they're reading. So here are some strategies that teachers in our school have found to be very effective in improving fluency. So repeated reading is one of those. Choral reading and buddy reading, which we also called echo reading. So we'll discuss what that looks like for middle and high school students. Those of us who've worked with young children or are parents of young children know what repeated reading looks like for a very young child just beginning to read, an emergent reader. And that is, the repeated reading is reading all of their favorite books over and over and over again. What does repeated reading look like for middle school and high school students? Well, what we want to do is get the benefits that very young children get from repeated reading, but we need to make it age and interest appropriate. So a way to do that is to use plays, poetry, spoken word, lyrics, and choral reading in order to have the students read specific types of texts over and over again. In the process of doing that, they are developing, their rate of reading is improving, their automaticity is improving, their prosody is improving, and they're not even aware that it's happening. So that's the beauty of using plays, and you can find plays, online, or you can buy, you can actually buy them from the bookstore. Students can also write scripts or plays using scenes from favorite books or movies or TV shows. In terms of poetry, this is a very good resource that we have here. It's the Live Ink, and it's the poetry unit. And they have all kinds of great strategies to help students either memorize and present a piece of poetry or lyrics or spoken word, or they can actually create their own piece of poetry and present that. And in the process of doing that, they're repeated reading. Is the plan that you've put in place for the student working? In order to find out whether there is improvement, there needs to be a follow-up assessment within a few months. If there's no evidence of progress, then the teacher needs to take a pause and reflect upon the strategies and the instruction and determine what the next steps are going forward.